When we think of the ocean, we often think of a body of water that is near the shore, or we think about snorkeling and finding a few bits of wildlife. But to find real corals in the ocean, it's usually going to take some swimming or a really fast boat to get you to that desired location to find the beauty that is beneath the ocean. It is stated in the PADI instruction book when you're studying to be a scuba diver that only 1% of the population actually becomes divers. 99% of people have no experience whatsoever seeing the beauty of the ocean that's beneath the sea. So they either sit in their homes and they watch National Geographic, or they go to a destination and they snorkel for a little while. But to be able to go down below and really look closely at the fish and at the crabs and at the lobsters and finding an octopus or an elusive eel, that is fascinating and exciting and fun. As hobbyists, we appreciate it even more so because we recognize so many of the creatures that are in the ocean. And of course, we love to discover new things we've never seen before. Unfortunately, as we know, over time, many of our coral reefs have actually gone into decline for a variety of reasons. And the main reason is not because hobbyists want corals in their aquariums. We have population issues with pollution running off into the oceans. We have global temperature rises. There are, of course, storms that tear things up and allow things to regrow. But there's so much beauty to be appreciated. And that is one of the primary reasons why we hobbyists want a piece of the reef in our own home. Carefully, we research what is reef compatible, what will get along in a closed ecosystem. But that doesn't mean we stop there. We continue to learn to take in more and more knowledge about what is in existence now, what is declining, what is thriving, and we participate. There are some divers that will go and help plant corals back on the reefs to reestablish what has been lost over the past few decades. For us, this is very important, and we take it deeply to heart. What can future generations look forward to? What will they find in our oceans? What will they be able to explore and discover? Hobbyists around the world collect corals and fish that they grow and care for on a daily basis. Not only do they make sure that the water parameters stay perfect 24 hours a day, they also want to make sure that everything in their tank is thriving, growing, and being able to be shared with others. Growing corals in captivity and then sharing those corals with others allows for a myriad of possibilities of different looking biotopes in homes and businesses everywhere. Unlike a museum that displays artifacts of now dead creatures, or a university science department that dissects and learns about various animals, we are able to watch corals grow from fragments into full colonies. We observe fish and interact with them, feeding them a varied diet that permit them to live full lives without risk of predation. Many hobbyists have gone further, accepting the challenge and discovering how to raise saltwater fish from clutches of eggs released in their aquariums. Over 330 species have been successfully reared thus far, and the numbers keep growing. We've seen a number of hybrid species come to market, and people yearn for those fish rather than what is basically a common fish found in the ocean. Amazing! Corals that were once considered impossible to keep, reef keepers now do so with success using improved foods that have been developed in recent years. Public aquariums often point out that regular hobbyists usually have far better and newer equipment because we have no budget to answer to. We see the best lighting on the market, so we buy it. We scan websites for the latest pumps, and we share our experiences via social media. YouTube has educated people everywhere, showing them exactly how to do any aquarium task and to do so with confidence. The future is exciting, and if we work together, we can make it better. Not only for the reef in your home, but for our oceans as well. Each one of us can make a difference, individually as consumers, as educators, and as stewards for the living creatures that we select to care for. You may be surprised to learn how many reef keepers desire and purchase captive bred fish and tank-raised corals, proactively thinking about the future of our oceans and practicing good husbandry habits so their livestock thrive for decades. I'd like to personally encourage each one of you to consider getting scuba certified and then go explore the living reefs and see what you've been missing thus far. I already know you'll be far more cautious as divers than your average tourist because you know what these animals are and what they need. Thank you for your attention, and please enjoy the rest of this presentation.
Thank you. Those are very powerful words, and I agree with each and every single one of them. Before I get into that, I want to welcome you to our 2017 Keynote event. EMASIS software has been developing solutions for the last 17 years. Today, we're especially proud to introduce to you a mobile application that we developed for the reefer community. So let's talk about ReefTrace Live. I strongly believe that for you to be successful at anything that you do, you have to make sure that everybody wins. You don't need to be a scientist to have a positive impact on coral reefs. We believe that by providing educational tools for reefers and supporting manufacturers and retailers, we contribute to efforts that can help restore marine habitats. With that said, I would like to play you a clip from one of our partners.
The Mesoamerican reef is a large and diverse ecoregion spanning 4 countries, including tropical forests, coastal plains, lagoons, estuaries, mangroves, seagrass bed, and at its heart about 1,400 square kilometers of coral reefs. This reef provides food, coastal protection, and livelihoods to more than 1 million people. But like all reefs worldwide, it is threatened by global climate change, overfishing, and pollution.
The Healthy Reefs Initiative has been working to better understand and improve the health of the Mesoamerican reef for the last 10 years. We have forged a unique and strong alliance of over 60 organizations. Each is working in their own way to safeguard this reef, while at the same time joining forces through the Healthy Reefs Initiative to evaluate the health of the reef and measure our collective success in managing it.
We have to talk the talk, but also walk the walk. EMASIS software will donate a percentage of ReefTrace Live revenue to organizations such as the Healthy Reefs Initiative, devoted to the conservation, protection, and rebuilding of our planet's reef systems.